Steve Morgan for Fishing Monthly Magazine's here at JML headquarters, and I'm here with JML boss Tony Shao. And Tony, you have got a cracking range of new baits on the market, and they all seem to have hit the market at the same time. So I thought I'd come out here this morning and we'd take this opportunity to go through these different brands and what's special about them. So why don't we start with the one that everyone in Australia knows and loves is Ecogear. I see you've got some new micro jigs. Tell us about them.
I think originally they have the jigs, which is just designed for the fishing from the shore, and this year they reamped with a bit of assist hook and a bit of treble, so you can for people who like to fish off the shore and then also jigging, they can use these jigs.
So the Ecogear brand, of course, is synonymous with the quality gear, and these Ecogear micro jigs, what are they going to cost in the market?
I think probably about 13 to 14 bucks retail.
So they're going to be well priced, and if they've got Ecogear on them, you know they're going to catch fish. Let's move to some of these cool little things. This is a brand you've got called Mimix. Yep. Comes out of Southeast Asia, and so these are some of the craziest lures I've ever seen. Can you tell me about the Mimix?
We have been in contact with them probably about only 4 months ago, and they are very famous in their country for the jumping style of lures, for their snakehead.
Yeah. Snakehead like a topwater, and they normally fish them in very weedy country, don't they?
Yeah. They have a special, pretty weedless hooks, and all their lures are pretty much hand painted and very good quality. And one of the lure right here, Dragon Walk, just won the China fish. The best hard body is the toughest market to win the hard body. So yeah, they've done a good job.
And all of these lures look like things you would see in the environmental. I don't know why a snakehead wants to eat a crocodile head, but they are very realistic. And when you see some of these cutaways, you'll just see how lifelike they look. Yes, and sure. If you check out the Mimix site, there are some really good videos showing topwater action on these things, aren't there?
Right. Yeah, the fish strike on top of the lure and going crazy on them. Yeah.
Now, what about a recommended retail price in Australia for one of these fellas?
The smaller one probably about around $16, $17, and the bigger ones they probably about $26, $27.
Yep. So not out of the price range of a normal middle to high end lure.
Sure.
Yuma, it's a brand I showed when you first came in. It's a hybrid of spinning and fly fishing.
Yeah, sure.
Tell us a bit about the Yuma stuff.
I think last time when I went to FTEX, I was quite impressed with, for the people who want to fly fish but hard to use the fly rod, and it's very costly in this sort of economy.
Yes.
So the reason I'm bringing in for those people that they want to use the fly sort of imitation lure in the tournaments or for trout or for bass and for barra or smash mackerel, they can use spin rod, and then very easy to rig and very easy to cast.
They do that because it's got a heavy weight on the head. So instead of the normal fly tied onto a hook that you cast with a fly rod, goes through this heavy weight, which means you can throw it on a spin rod. And I think one of the advantages of that is if you hook up the fish and that slides up the line, then they don't throw a bait. So a barramundi often can throw a bait. And what price range for the Yuma stuff?
The smaller one probably about $13, $14, and the biggest one probably will be around like $35.
Because they are a big bait, these things, and this is something which is, if you're after serious Murray cod, trolling it along for Spanish mackerel, then and you can even give it to your little girl to cuddle at night. Looks like a teddy bear. Let's go to the next one here. You were telling me this is a very big brand in Poland.
Yep.
This is the Dragon brand, jigheads and plastics.
Yeah, this company is probably one of the biggest company in Poland, and they have everything from jig head, line, soft plastics, fishing accessories, fishing rod, etc. And I think I'm pretty impressed with the jig head range, because they have a very big jig head range. From a smaller one, you can use it for maracute crabs with a short shank, and they have the heavy duty one. From 7/0 to 12/0, they have a very long shank and very heavy duty hooks.
Yep.
So they are perfect for the big pelagics.
They are quality hook. They're a mustard hook.
Yep.
In these, and they're very well finished as well. And price point, they're pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah.
The plastics themselves. a lot in a packet. A lot of times you buy a pack of plastics, you only get 8 or 10 in a packet. How many do you get in a packet of dragons?
20 of them. Yeah.
20 in a pack of dragons, and retails for under $10.
Yes, that's right.
Super. Now the last one. This is pretty interesting. This is like a lure that you nearly need an iPhone to fish. This is the Livingston brand of lures.
Right.
And if you're a tournament fishing fan, you may have noticed that the Livingston sponsored angler Randy Howe won the Bassmaster Classic last year on these baits. Tell us what they do. They look like a normal lure.
What happened is that when you hit the water, they conduct. So, for example, I use 2 fingers. And you can hear the bait fish sound. So when you cast to the snag or anywhere which fish hold under the structure, you can actually, not by the action, but with the sound technology, you can actually draw the fish to strike the lure. So it's a very good and breakthrough technology in the fishing lure. It's
like you were describing it before. It's like it's a mini hydro wave sitting on the lure. And just conduct those again, and let's have a listen. So it sort of sounds like maybe some crickets, but under the water we know that water conducts sound so well. That sounds like a sound. So you can throw that out, let it sit there, and it should attract fish to it without even moving.
When you suspend it, and then when you make the sound, and then it sometimes trigger the fish to strike the lure.
No, I normally have to put gulp on to do that, or Ecogear Aqua.
Yeah.
Now the battery life in here, of course, you think, oh, it's a $20 to $25 lure. It's going to run out of batteries. You get how many hours out of it?
200 hours.
200 hours, and after the batteries run out, it's still a good crankbait to use anyway. Yeah. Show us this crazy one that's got the light up eyes.
What happened is this deep crank with 20 feet, and same I'll do this. A bit different pitch sound, but still a bait fish sound. But after that, you can, when you check the eyes, you can actually emit the LED red lights.
Yes.
So actually, there's another point to draw the fish to strike. So yeah, it's very deadly. And
I'll tell you, if you like your technology, the Livingstone lures are going to be right up your alley. Tony, you hinted that in the future you're going to be actually able to change the sounds in the lure as well by different ways of touching the different points. Sure. So you'd think a lure like this would cost as much as your iPhone. What do these guys run out for?
They will be all under $30, which is very good price point,
You can see there's a great new range of tackle that Tony's brought in from JML Trading. All of it is very affordable if this is up your alley. Tony, where can people go for more information?
You can come to our website at www.jml.net.au and or join our Facebook for all the update information.
That's right. These guys are pretty generous. They have some great Facebook competitions as well. So get online, check them out. And Tony, thanks very much for showing me through this cool new stuff you've got this morning.
Steve.